Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's meditation. I have to preface today's meditation with a little bit of a background. So, what we're going to do today is create our ideal New Age euphoric worlds that we have been promised. And what happens when we do this and we all go to the same place, and obviously we're going to have drastically different ideas of what this should be like, the energy levels will create a median zone, and in that zone is where everything will be created from. That being said, we can raise the median by doing certain things and certain techniques and having certain understandings about the way the universe is layered that we can really affect the field in ways most people can't. So the more we do these things, and the gifted and the talented that are among us are doing these things, the more that median is raised, and we can really raise this bar super high so that we can, do what we wanted to do, which is live in that world, which is almost fantasy-esque, but is really in reality is what it should be, is a more real world instead of a one that's dulled down by beings telling us that we aren't everything that we should be, and we're truly wonderful, and we're just starting to discover that. So we're going to go into the layer that's in between space and time. Like, there is layer on top of layer of reality, and in between those realities and dimensions and all those things, and that's why I don't like really using third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, because truthfully, there's so many dimensions within dimensions, it would be impossible to label it that simply. So in this specific layer that I'm referring to, there is a thin, let's call it, I don't want to call it veil, but people call it 0 point. So we try to create in this 0 point zone, which is basically a layer of reality that has unlimited access to all other layers. And it's the ace in the deck, and in a lot of ways it is the quantum field. But more so than the quantum field, it's the part of the quantum field that has no boundaries. The part that where imagination takes a breath, where imagination can push forward in ways that it did not think it could. It goes beyond its own boundaries. So when you're able to go into that area where there really is no boundaries, you can get things to kind of grow from the reality inside. So it's a lot like how a seed grows into a plant, is this nothingness, and it comes out, and all of a sudden that you have a somethingness out of this nothingness. It's very similar. This 0 point area is a layer of consciousness where there's some nothingness, and all of a sudden from that nothingness comes somethingness. It comes the plant, it comes the butterfly, it comes the person. There was absolutely nothing at some point and it became something. That is what we're working with when we're working with this specific layer of reality that we're referring to. And again, to very crudely and barbarically explain where that would be, I would say that it would be somewhere on the bottom cusp of the fifth dimension. So what we envision of the fifth dimension, which is probably billions of dimensions in, because there's so many sub-layers, even in the basic levels of reality, even first dimensional, second dimensional, third dimensional, all that has sub-layers, and it's just too many to even list. But if we're going to put it crudely, I would say it's the floor of the fifth dimension, and that is a really wonderful sign as we're really existing in this fifth dimension now, so that we can really create extremely well. So without further ado, we're going to get going in a moment, and this is more of a creation session / meditation, so we don't get hung up on names around here, so just enjoy, and thank you all, and we'll be starting now. Pay attention to what is paying attention, to the part of yourself that realizes that you exist, to the part of yourself that realizes you are divine. Hold tight to this feeling of divinity. And as you're holding tight this feeling, bring your hands, palms facing each other, about 9-10 inches apart. in between your palms, envision the world. Its beautiful oceans, its bountiful landscapes, in the palm of your hands. Envision emerald green plasma coming from your hands, engulfing planet Earth. While holding Gaia close to your heart and between the palm of your hands, pay attention to what is paying attention and bring your consciousness down to the earth that is in your hands. While you are down there, you notice a blank canvas and an invitation to create something very special in your own personal way that will then merge with the collective dreams of others and create a beautiful and vibrant world. Be sure to fill every last detail: the buildings, the people, the structures, the energy. What does your ideal society look like? What does the promised new age look like to you? What will life be like after the prophecy is fulfilled? Take some time and create your vision of this future, along with the many others whose median will manifest in divine essence and timing. Bring your awareness back to the palm of your hands and the planet Earth that's inside of it. Draw your awareness from this emerald green plasma engulfed planet back to your physical self. Bring your hands closer and further apart like an accordion, and feel the energy, the creative energy that is in between your fingertips. Now with that energy, make a ball, like a snowball. Pack it and feel the density of the energy that you have created. Now feeling this density that's much like a ball, you are going to throw it in the air and allow it to become its own personal version of consciousness. And on the count of 3, we will launch this ball up and fulfill that. 1, 2, 3. Release. Bringing our awareness back to the room, to a sense of great gratitude, we connect once more to the awareness that is paying attention to what is paying attention, and we go about our day expecting miracles.